100 wins secured for Red Bull last time out in Montreal, and it's been the perfect weekend so far for Max Verstappen. Pole position secured in qualifying on Friday, fastest in the sprint shootout and victory in the sprint itself. His lead now stretched to 70 points and gunning for a fifth consecutive win at a place he loves.
We have got 71 laps to go. It's lights out and away we go. Verstappen gets away superbly well, chased by Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz, wheel-to-wheel Hamilton with Norris, and down the inside goes Lance Stroll. It's Verstappen who leads from Charles Leclerc, then comes Carlos Sainz and Lewis Hamilton now ahead of Lando Norris. Then comes the Aston Martin of Stroll, and a great start from Hulkenberg ahead of Fernando Alonso, who's been pressured now by Alex Albon. Into turn 3 we go, they almost touch the two leading cars. Verstappen and Leclerc get away unscathed. Alonso is losing pace there to Lando Norris, and the McLaren getting past the Aston Martin and regaining that position. Now Charles Leclerc trying to go round the outside, that's not going to work for him. Verstappen staves off the threat of Ferrari, and that looks like an AlphaTauri of Yuki Tsunoda going onto the gravel. Verstappen leads from Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz, Hamilton in fourth, then comes Lando Norris, then comes Fernando Alonso.
Someone else who has the advantage is Sergio Perez. Here he comes again. So Russell can't do anything about Albon in front, and that's leaving him vulnerable to this attack coming up right now into turn 3. Has a look, and
there
he gets
goes.
through.
Does he get through? Do they touch?
They did.
You stick with the plan, no attack for now.
Either way, George Russell goes wide and then gets a lovely run back out onto the track again, and when we get down to turn 4, he is still going to be in this scrap for Sergio Perez. Perez, though, a car length ahead now, and he has managed to muscle his way through. As there you see Nico Hulkenberg on the hard compound tyre. He's just come out of the pits, and he has gone way, way wide in the middle sector and off the track, and that could be the end of Nico Hulkenberg's race.
As we saw the virtual safety car graphic come on, as you can see as well on the top left hand of the screen, the Ferraris were past the pit lane entry. They're in now, but when the graphic came up, they couldn't pit, they had already passed.
So both Ferraris I'm expecting to come in. Certainly Charles Leclerc is. Carlos Sainz is also coming into the pits. Will we see both Aston Martins pitting, or will it just be Fernando Alonso? No, Fernando Alonso is also coming into the pits, as is Lance Stroll too. That's the work that's been done down at Ferrari. Very neat bit of double stacking. No, there was a delay, wasn't there, on that front left, and Leclerc was a bit slow coming in too.
Come on, why we don't stay out? Come on.
Yeah, as this has been coming as well for this latest lap. On the inside goes Carlos Sainz, outside is Lando Norris. Sainz muscles his way past, and the Ferrari is up to 5th place. Carlos Sainz, his teammate, is now going wheel-to-wheel with Lewis Hamilton and almost touching wheel to side pod there. Sainz just noses ahead. Ferrari's got more straight line speed, and through and up into 4th place goes Carlos Sainz. The adjustment in Carlos Sainz's mentality is attack, attack, attack now. Norris, Hamilton, and now Perez for Carlos Sainz, and he's back up into the top 3. Max Verstappen, race leader, coming into the pits, and they need to be, it is the hard tyre, they need to be sharpish, and it's 2.3 seconds down at Red Bull. Very nice indeed, but Verstappen now at 80 kilometers an hour, making his way down the pit lane. As you can see, Charles Leclerc going through, but what about Carlos Sainz? This is going to be really, really tight now as Verstappen accelerates up the hill. Carlos Sainz on the racetrack is ahead of Max Verstappen. It's Ferrari 1 and 2, and Verstappen's run of 249 consecutive race laps led has come to an end.
Here comes Verstappen, exit of turn 10. Got the DRS, and look how close he is to the back of Sainz already. It's a very different story to that of Hamilton versus
well, that's good
Perez.
by Carlos Sainz. He's evaded one overtaking threat, and the longer he can do this, the more this will help his teammate Charles Leclerc out in front. Sainz is having to play the role of defender here. Verstappen's going to try around the outside. That's not going to work because Sainz has just seen that coming. But now the inside line from Verstappen, he gets a really good exit out of turn 3, and Verstappen is clear before they even get anywhere near turn 4. And that was well thought out by the current world champion. Here comes Verstappen chasing Charles Leclerc down the main main straight, and after pitting he was about 7 seconds behind Leclerc. He is now within DRS range and making his move towards turn 1. Not going to get him there, but he's got this long run now to the highest point of the track to try and get the move done down the inside at turn 3. Leclerc knows he's coming. He's putting that Ferrari as best he can. Verstappen pulls over to the inside. Is he backing out of it? No, he is not backing out of it. Max Verstappen gets past Charles Leclerc and into the lead
of the
Austrian Grand Prix.
He did back out of it, and to ensure he had DRS. So even though he overtook him while he was backing out of it. Such clever stuff. Here's the moment. Look, we might get a better shot from the helicam. So looking for the white line coming up. See, he made sure he didn't overtake before they got to that white line.
Wow.
That gave him DRS.
But here comes Sergio Perez trying to lighten up his afternoon. Oh, they almost touch Carlos Sainz and Sergio Perez. This time, nice exit once more from Perez. There's no back markers to save Carlos Sainz and give him DRS, but he has got DRS because Perez was ahead, wasn't he? Going into the detection zone, and he's coming back at Sergio Perez. Down on the inside, he cuts off the Red Bull, but gives him a car's width. Perez forces Sainz out wide to the outside. They're absolutely level, going through turn 5, round the outside. Sergio Perez has to concede to Carlos Sainz. The move was on, and then just because Perez overtook the Ferrari into the DRS detection zone, Sainz got a helping hand that he never thought was coming his way. There's your vote split for driver of the day currently, and Lando Norris well deserves the 22% of the vote that he's got. But if Perez can get this overtake done, I dare say half of Mexico will be voting for their man right now. He's got DRS. Carlos Sainz will be on the inside at turn 3. Sainz was ahead of the detection point on this occasion. So now, as he straightens up his Red Bull, it's DRS advantage for Sergio Perez. But is it going to bring him close enough? He's going to have to go the long way round to turn 4. He gets ahead of the Ferrari. He stays ahead of the Ferrari, but he goes too deep into the corner. That allows Sainz to come back, but not by enough. And Sergio Perez eventually, at the third time of asking, moves up into the podium. What's the betting? Max Verstappen would like to make a pit stop at the moment, put on a new set of tyres and go for the fastest lap of the race.
Risky.
Yeah, but you know what he's like.
It's a 20-second loss, isn't it? Pit lane loss. So
he's got bags of time.
Yeah, I think it's too risky. I don't know what our race strategist to our right-hand side and race control says.
I tell you what, at Red Bull, they're putting on their helmets in the garage.
So if you start to cool the tyres...
I prefer to box.
We don't feel the risk of boxing is worthwhile.
And you've got 24 seconds in the lead. Come on.
It'd be pretty classy, wouldn't it, if they can execute this? They're going to do it.
He's coming in.
They're racers. I like this. They're racers.
Max Verstappen wants the fastest lap of this race. He's not been able to lead every lap, but he'd like to leave here with 26 points from the Grand Prix, 8 points from the sprint race, a maximum haul of points. You know, he hasn't got many to play with in the championship.
But what if something goes wrong?
Verstappen sees the fans, I'm sure, will definitely smell the smoke, I'm sure, because they're getting ready to party and celebrate for what will be a 5th time here at the Red Bull Ring. Their man, Max Verstappen, winning the Grand Prix. And in 2023, the season in which he is dominating, he's seeing the checkered flag for the 5th time in a row as a Formula 1 Grand Prix winner. Max Verstappen sets the fastest lap and wins the Austrian Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc comes home second to give Ferrari their 800th podium in Formula 1. And fair play to Sergio Perez, who might have started in 15th place on the grid, but comes home to finish on the podium, and that will do his confidence no end of good.